I feel like it's been a while since I've recorded because last week or the week before we went on our baby moon to Hawaii and I took a really long break. So the newest update that I have about my pregnancy is that I have gestational diabetes. But I am seriously so thankful that we are in the stage of our lives where we can find out this type of information, and then we are able to alter our diet to kind of help along with the pregnancy and just be okay. Welcome to my YouTube. My name is Jasmine. Hello. And I talk about motherhood, minimalism, and I love filming anything that has to do with organization or planning. So if that interests you, like and subscribe and you'll be notified every time I upload new videos. So I'm currently 26 weeks pregnant right now. For those who do not know, and it is your first time here, I do have a fibroid and it makes me look a lot bigger. And if you don't know what a fibroid is, it's a tumor that is growing inside along with my baby. So let's talk about this gestational diabetes thing. What happened was I took a blood test before our trip for our baby moon, and I unfortunately did not pass my blood test for my sugar levels. So when that happens, you gotta come back and retake your test. And unfortunately, I was unable to go before because when they gave me the results, that was the day that I was leaving to Hawaii. So we set an appointment for me to go in to do the second test after I came back from Hawaii. So I'm gonna just say this, on our trip, we ate a lot. Like, I pretty much ate whatever I wanted, and I tried to be good, but not really. I was on vacation, so I just wanted to relax and just enjoy. What they did tell me about my first blood test was that my number was about 170, which is a bit higher than what they want. I think they said they wanted me to be at like 120 or 130, most likely 120. So that's why I had to go back to do the second test. So what they do is they make you drink this bottle full of like it's like a sugary drink. I have one of the bottles. Okay, so this is the one that I took for my second one, but it's pretty much what they make you drink for the first time too, I think. It could be a little different, but you're supposed to fast for 12 hours, have the drink, and then they will take your blood test an hour after to see how your sugar levels react to all that sugar. So yeah, that's what's happened. Since my first test wasn't doing well, I had to come back for the second test, and that was a 3-hour long process. I can't quite remember if when I arrived they made me drink this first. I don't think they did. I think they took my blood for my fasting period, and then they made me drink the sugary drink. Then I waited an hour for them to draw my blood again, and then every hour after that to see how my sugar levels would react to the drink. When the results came in from the lab, they called me pretty much, I think, the next day saying, we're sorry, we have to give you some bad news, but you have gestational diabetes. And yeah, it is not fun. But honestly, you do what you have to do. You gotta eat healthy, you gotta start working out. I just have to be more cautious about what I eat, and so far it's been doing okay. I haven't gotten a phone call from my dietitian yet. I'm hoping they will call soon so I can get more information that they might have about me that I don't know. As of right now, I'm just taking my own blood tests, and I'm documenting all the meals I'm having. Also, whenever I'm working out or go for a walk, I'm just documenting everything so then I know for myself what I can kind of eat, what I can kind of get away with. Yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. So this is my second week of knowing I have gestational diabetes. How's it been going? Like I said, I've been eating a lot healthier for sure. I feel like I've been eating less too. Luckily, eating salad in the summer is not too bad or at all. It's actually really refreshing. But I kind of get sick of eating salad. So I have been going to In-N-Out, getting a protein burger, a double, and I would get 2 of those. And then I get pretty full. It's a really good meal, but those lines are intense. So I know that I shouldn't be going all the time. It's just once in a while. But in the meantime, I'm kind of just, eating at home. David's been cooking me some meals, and yeah, so I have to start ordering some of the things that I used to eat when I used to be on a keto diet, which is like edamame noodles, so I can eat like spaghetti with spaghetti sauce, and any other like keto things that I could get, like shirataki noodles instead of using real noodles, things like that. So this is like my personal planner. This is where I pretty much write everything. This week I kind of made it a little cute. I've been documenting right here, like these little circles right here are my blood sugar levels. This is my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then like this is the baby's activity, because I kind of want to know if the baby is active or not. I didn't write too much today, but he's been kind of active today, which is really good. I've been kind of freaking out like, oh, he's not moving as much, but I think today he moved a lot, like 3 times or so or more. I don't know. Hopefully he'll move a little bit more. I did do some research for gestational diabetes, and there's a few things why I probably have them. I mean, the doctor kind of told me like, it's not really my fault. It's kind of like what the placenta does with the sugar, and from what I read, I think I'm not producing enough insulin. I'm not sure. That's what I think. So another reason was like I'm kind of overweight. I was kind of gaining a lot of weight every single time I had my visits. The doctor wasn't too worried about it, but now that I think about it, I'm just like, oh, maybe that was part of the reason why. But I just didn't really know what I could do, because I was kind of eating enough for me to be full, and I thought that was okay, but maybe I was just not eating healthy enough. My family has a history of diabetes, so I don't know. I think that also plays a role, because when I read it online, that's something that they said. Also, my ethnicity. So Asians, African Americans, I forgot what other ethnicities that could play a role with gestational diabetes. So it's probably hereditary, but it's really not that bad, because all I have to do is pretty much stay healthy, stay fit, change my diet, and honestly that's all good things, and things that I have been like telling everyone, like always stay fit, don't forget that you need to be healthy. You only have one body. And I'm so sorry, there's sirens going off. And we need to treat our body with love and respect, because this is something that we're going to be with all our lives, right? If we don't treat our body well, when we get older, it's going to be harder to just bounce back up. But it really isn't that bad, honestly. Being healthy, staying fit, those are all good things. And it's worth it, because I'm doing it for our son and for me. If I were to not take care of myself and just continue eating all the junk food and sugar and carbs, that's actually really bad. I would be endangering me. I would be endangering our baby, meaning we probably wouldn't, I don't know, I guess I just started being in a rabbit hole, and it said like I could die, and I don't know, maybe I read it wrong, I don't know, but it was pretty dramatic, and I was just like, okay, I really gotta like change my lifestyle. If you just gain a lot of weight too, your baby's gaining weight, and your baby will grow larger, maybe faster, and when that happens, you might deliver earlier. Your baby will be bigger, so their shoulders will be wider, and it will be much harder to push the baby out, so you would have to have a C-section. Now, I have nothing wrong with anybody having C-sections. If you got to do it, you got to do it. In my case, it's actually kind of dangerous if I have a C-section. So that's why I'm just changing all my diet and just trying to be the best I can be as a mother. So the reason why a C-section would actually be bad for me is because of my fibroid. I am going to point where my fibroid is. So here's my belly button. My baby is actually a transverse position. His head is over here, and his body is kind of like this. He's kind of like at an angle. This is what I believe the position that he's at, because he punches me here, but he kicks down here. Now my fibroid, and here's an interesting thing, I can actually feel my fibroid. My fibroid is about this area. Now, if you have been following my journey, my fibroid started off on the top. Slowly, it has made it to the side because as my uterus is expanding, it needed more room. So for a while, my fibroid was actually on the side. And then I called the doctors and I was like, what do I do? Do I push it back? And he's like, no, just leave it alone. We were not so worried because it was on the top, but because it's also growing because of my hormones and everything, it's trying to find more room. So now it's kind of in the front on the side. And I think the baby is having a hard time turning. But like I said, I am at 26 weeks and babies tend to turn around, let's see what my phone says. So between 32 to 36 weeks, the baby will start turning. Hopefully their big head gets heavy and then they just, have their head towards the bottom. If the baby doesn't turn, then we might have to do a C-section. I don't know how that's going to be because the last time I visited my doctor, he said he was a little worried. He didn't specifically say why. I probably should have asked. But I think during that time, I was just like, okay. Because honestly, there's nothing we can actually do until he just kind of just monitors it and just see what happens, And of course, that makes me worried. How do you react to something like that, right? But it is what it is, right? So that's what's going on. All right, so let's talk about this fibroid thing. Now that I have given you all the kind of information about where it is, there were other questions that people have asked me about my fibroid when I first found out I had it. And I never really talked about it because I had everything written out to put in another video, but I felt like the video was too long. So I'm deciding to put it in this video just in case you guys have any questions. This video is probably going to be long too, but if you're interested, you would want to watch. The common questions that were asked by my family and friends were, I wrote down 5 of them. So 1, can you feel it inside you? I answered that earlier. Yes, I can. It honestly feels like the baby's head. Like it's kind of hard. When I'm laying down, I can actually kind of see it not coming out of me, but I can see the fibroid when I'm laying down because of the way my body moves. Also, I have to get up a certain way or else it becomes very uncomfortable for me to get up. Is it growing and does it hurt? Yeah, it is growing. When I first found out I was pregnant, my fibroid was 7 centimeters. Last time we checked, now that I'm at 26 weeks, it was at 10 to 11 centimeters. So it's kind of like, I think, a baseball size. It's pretty big. So that's why I look big. Does it hurt? Yeah, it kind of does hurt. When I go to the restroom to do number 2, like that area, I'm like envisioning it. That area actually hurts. He's kicking. The type of pain, I can't really explain it, but it's just really uncomfortable. Lately, I've been feeling a little bit small pains, but I feel like that's also the part where my body is just stretching. So I don't know if it's actually the fibroid or it's just the body. So yeah, but it does hurt when I do number 2 sometimes. Lately it hasn't been hurting, so that's a good thing. It will probably hurt when I deliver. I'm really hoping it doesn't, because I know I'll be in pain already. How do you know that it's a fibroid and not cancer? I trust my doctor. He told me what it was. We can really see it through the ultrasound. Not only him, the prenatal doctors saw it as well. So I'm going through 2 doctors that are telling me the same thing. Can it pop or burst? No, it cannot. I don't think so. It's like a huge muscle, so there's no way for it to really pop. So luckily that can't happen. I actually sleep on my left side a lot because it's recommended online. But my fibroid is also on my left. So that doesn't really bother me, but luckily it can't burst or pop, because if I'm sleeping on my left side and it just bursts or something, I think it'll be over. Like, just what are we gonna do? Yeah, I'll probably just have to sleep like standing up, like a vampire or Dracula kind of a thing. No, Dracula sleeps on his back, doesn't he? Okay. Last question was, can they take it out now or during a C-section? The answer to those is no. They can't take it out, and they cannot take it out while I'm having a C-section, because I will bleed to death, literally. And that's kind of why we're kind of scared for the C-section, because I'm already bleeding. The fibroid is probably going to make me bleed even more. Yeah, I haven't done enough research to really tell you more than that, but that's the information that I actually got so far. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have had a fibroid, had a C-section, had a transverse baby position, and yeah, I mean, maybe there's some success stories, maybe there's some sad stories. Whatever the case is, I just wanted to share my journey with all of this, because having a fibroid is pretty common, and it's surprising to me that it actually is, because I never heard about it, and I know some of my friends never heard about it either. So when I talked about it, they were really interested in knowing more about it. So that's why I'm sharing my entire pregnancy journey with you guys, because it might happen to you, because yeah. It's always good to figure out all of these things before you get pregnant, if you can. Always get checked up. Do a blood screening test with you and your partner to see if you guys are actually really compatible, if there's any issues, things like that. It's all actually really good for you. So you may be wondering what happens with the fibroid after the pregnancy. I actually did look up other YouTubers about their journey with fibroids, but her experience was something along the lines that after she gave birth, her fibroid took a while. I don't know if it even shrank or not. I didn't watch like all her videos, but I know she said, oh, it's been 3 months. The fibroid is kind of still the same size. It's hard to get up in a certain way. Or like, I think I saw someone else who said, I still look pregnant when I'm not. I mean, people with fibroids do look pregnant when they haven't gotten pregnant before. The fibroid should shrink once your uterus is kind of back to size. It's gonna take some time, but it will go back to size. Then you have the option to, get it surgically removed. If you don't remove it, that's fine, but it's a huge possibility that if you decide to get pregnant again, the fibroid will come back. So we'll see what we will do, because honestly, I would love to have another kid. But because of my age, which I am 36 now, and all of these kind of complications like gestational diabetes, it's gonna come back when I get pregnant again. The fibroid, there are other fibroids that I probably have that just isn't dominant like this one, but they could be. And I also have a gene defect that maybe the second child would actually have more problems with. I don't know. Honestly, we're just gonna see and just go with the flow and figure it out as we live our lives. Wow, that was a lot. Honestly, if you ask me, like, how is your pregnancy going? It's actually not that bad. Other than having a roller coaster of emotions, good news and bad news, I think it's going pretty well. I think I'm pretty normal. People have asked David about that, and unless he's lying, he says I'm pretty normal. But other than the hormones always spiking here and there, if you guys made it till the end of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was long, but it was a lot of things that I needed to say to kind of just update you guys with what was going on with my pregnancy. But if you guys really do love these type of updates, like this video, comment down below to let me know, because I make these videos just so you guys are just informed and just following me along this journey. It would just help a lot if you guys do like it. Also, subscribe to my channel. That is a huge help. All of this helps with the algorithm and letting YouTube know that my content is something that you like and that similar videos will show up, but also to let me know if I'm doing something right, because documenting all of this, I love doing it, but I just want to make sure I'm giving you guys something you guys want to watch. If you guys are on Instagram, give me a follow there. My name on Instagram is thisjazzylife. It's spelt the same way like my YouTube. Yeah, I just share pretty much my life and just kind of what I'm up to. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much again for being here. I love you. Bye.